Hello friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today we are so excited to be talking about our second annual Creekside Signature Experience that is going to be held here at Creekside Nursery in Dallas, North Carolina on Friday, June 20th. Yes, it is just a few short months away. Last year we had our very first ever Creekside Signature Experience, and it was an absolutely fantastic, magical day. So we are going to host this again. It is opened to 60 guests. We have sold about, I think we have about half of the tickets left available. It is going to be such a fun day. So what we're going to do is we are going to share with you what is the Creekside Signature Experience, why do you want to come, and what is it that you're going to gain and learn by coming to this Signature Experience. So it is on Friday, June 20th. It is a one-day full of fun activities, learning, garden tours, production tours, all of the fun things. We're going to take you around today and show you those areas that will be included with the Creekside Signature Experience. You're going to come and you're going to enter in here first thing on the morning of Friday, the June 20th. We are going to greet you. You're going to have all sorts of delicious, warm, welcoming treats. You are going to have a fantastic, great swag bag. Last year we had a lot of fun putting this bag together. So you're going to have a lot of great little treats to take home with you that are exclusive to the Creekside Signature Experience, including the yearly Creekside t-shirt, right? So we always create a t-shirt that is for the Signature Experience. So you will get that along with lots of other goodies and treats that we're just going to keep secret until you come. And so it'll be a great big surprise for you. When you get here, you're going to gather, you get to walk through the gardens, right? So when you come, you'll have some time that you can just come and explore the gardens. I know right now it is the end of February and it is cold. In fact, it might even snow today, but the garden is going to look quite different at the end of June. That is why we have chosen this date, is because it is that perfect blend of things are flowering and blooming and are gorgeous, but it's not crazy hot yet. So you get to come walk through the gardens, you get to see everything, and then we will gather in the nook for our opening sessions. Jerry and I will, of course, welcome you, have some fun chit-chatting and talking about all things gardening and Creekside. And then you are in for an absolute treat, because we have the one, the only, Mr. Marshall Dirks, who is just kind of the heart and soul of Proven Winners. He is going to be our keynote speaker. And if you have ever met Marshall, then you know what kind of treat you're in for. If you've never met Marshall, this man absolutely is so excited and so in love with plants. His enthusiasm is contagious. There is a lot of energy packed into that little body, and he is a lot of fun. So he is going to be our keynote speaker. And then we're going to do some breakout sessions, and that is going to be a lot of fun. So when you do the breakout sessions, while we're here, we're going to talk about that. So typically I lead the breakout session here in the Signature Garden. So we will take a tour of the garden. And I will be leading that. So when we do those breakout sessions, we take those 60 folks and we break them down into basically 3 smaller groups. That way it's still quite intimate and it is very personal. So we can just have conversations. You can ask me questions. I will tell you stories, all of those great things. So we can go through and tour the Signature Garden, looking at the different plants. We can look and explore the new gardens. So even if you were here last year, you're going to see those new spaces that are opening up, and we're going to talk about our fun plans, including we have that wetland garden over here that we did, and then of course the pond. So we will go over to the pond. In fact, we have some really fun little ideas brewing in our brain about the pond and how you can be a part of designing and talking about those things that we are going to implement in the pond area garden. And then of course the wooded hill. Right now we're just calling it Jackson's Hill because Jackson was the one who cleared that. So it is going to be an experience coming here, touring these gardens, and then one of the other breakout sessions was by far the absolute most popular last year. Everybody loved this one. What am I talking about? That's right. You get to take a guided tour of Mimi's garden with Mimi herself. This is an area that is very much exclusive to the Creekside Signature Experience. You're never going to be able to come take a self-guided tour with Mimi in her garden unless you do the signature experience. And let me tell you, people absolutely ate her up. Of course, Mimi is my mama. We call ourselves country neighbors, very close to each other, and she has a garden that is vastly, completely different than what we have at Creekside. She lives underneath these pine trees, so she deals with dry shade. And let me tell you, this is a mature garden that is absolutely stunning. Of course, it is February, so right now, what is blooming in Mimi's garden? She has camellias blooming, and she has got lots and lots of hellebores, Lenten roses. There is a beautiful stand. She has them everywhere, but like right here, for example, there are tons of them in here. So this is something that Mimi has worked really hard on doing, is creating a shade garden that has year-round interest. So this is the time where you get to see all of her really different hellebores that she has collected for years and years. When you come for the signature experience, of course, this is going to be lovely green foliage because this is when they are blooming. However, when you come in the end of June, her hydrangeas are going to be blooming. Her whole hostas that are massive and gorgeous are going to be filled in. This oak leaf hydrangea, nice and big. This container, full, lush. She has the most lush shade garden. It is so peaceful, it is so relaxing, and there is something for everybody. Even if you don't have shade, I certainly don't have shade. I live under full sun. But every time I come to my mama's garden, I get inspiration. I always find some sort of inspiration, whether it is finding those little corners where I can add something that's shady, like this beautiful Edgeworthia that is in bloom right now. So I try to find those areas because I love this. It has a beautiful fragrance. Let me add that to my garden. Mimi is the queen of yard art, and you can always have yard art in your garden no matter what kind of sun conditions you have. So whether it is a stained glass, whether it is a birdhouse, whether it is recycling old farm equipment to turn into yard art, let me tell you, she is the absolute queen of that. So I guarantee that when you come for the signature experience and you come through this garden with Mimi, she is going to tell you stories. She can tell you exactly what piece of farm equipment that was and where it came from. All of these beautiful stories and this wealth of information that she has on gardening and gardening in the South and shade and dry shade. There's not one drop of irrigation in Mimi's garden. And when you come, you would never know that because it is absolutely so beautiful and lush. So that is going to be one of the other rotations that you get to go through. You get to go through the gardens with me. You get to come up here to Mimi's garden and tour it with her. Last year, Cece was paired with her. So not only do you get the wealth and wisdom of Mimi, but you also get Cece with her to share lots of great experiences with you on that. Now, last year, after we did our signature experience, we did a survey with our guests and we asked them, what did you like? What can we improve upon? What would you like to see? And without a doubt, the number one thing that the people wanted to do at the signature experience was not only to see production, because they did get to see production, but they actually wanted to be part of the potting line. They wanted to pot plants. So guess what we're adding this year? That's right, we are going to put you to work. It won't be too bad. I promise it'll be for a short amount of time, but you'll get to get a feel for what it's like to be on the production line here at Creekside. So let's go up to production because our folks are potting up annuals right now. Let's see what you'll be doing here at the Signature Experience. The third breakout session will be that you get to come up here to production with Jerry. Jerry is going to give you on a tour of our production facilities, and you get to see basically everything up here. There is nothing that is off limits here at production. So you will get to come into the big house, as we call it, get to see all of the babies that are growing at that time, and really get to walk through. He's going to explain to you like how the production process works as a grower, things that he's looking for, and just kind of explain a little bit of the method to our madness here at Creekside. And then, like I said, last year's guests really wanted to be part of the potting line. So it actually works out perfect that they are potting today. So we will have the potting machine going. You will be able to see it in action. You will be able to come, you will be able to, if you want to try your hand at potting up the plants, you can do that. You can tag, you can clean, you can do all sorts of things, and just get to see the exact process hands-on. Your hands are going to get dirty, not too dirty, but be in here and to go through that whole process. And then of course we will just talk about how we choose the plants that we choose. Why do we bring in certain plants at certain times? Why do we not bring in other plants at certain times, right? So there's a lot of technicality that goes on with the growing process that we will explain. And then of course, like I said, you get to be in here and really look at that. You also get to go up to the area where we get all of those online orders ready. So you will get to see the annex and how we take plants, how we put them together, how do we box them, really get a feel for that whole process of picking those orders, getting them together, putting them up in the boxes, the shipping process, all of that. Because here at Creekside, we are definitely multifaceted between the retail garden center, the gardens, the production, online ordering, all sorts of fun things are happening here at Creekside. And so that is what this signature experience is about, is that you get to come and you get to see things in person and touch things in person that the vast majority of people only get to experience on through these videos. So this is a very personal, hands-on, intimate experience. We have limited it to only 60 people because we feel that that is kind of the maximum number of folks that we can really connect with. Yes, we could handle larger crowds. We don't want to handle larger crowds. We want to be able to meet you, to know your name, to have multiple conversations throughout the day, and really to get to know one another in that whole experience of the day. Once we have those breakout sessions that you will rotate through, we are going to feed you, my friends. You're going to have a lovely continental breakfast. You are going to have a fabulous catered lunch that you get to pick what your meal is going to be for that catered lunch. So we're going to feed you really well. We're going to have snacks throughout the day. We're going to have lots of water because odds are it is going to be nice and toasty when you come. If you haven't picked up on it, around here at Creekside, we're very active, we're very physical. We're constantly moving from one place to another. You're gonna be a part of that too. So end of June in North Carolina, depending on the weather, it could be a little warm, so we need you to dress appropriately, right? Comfortable gardening clothes, like what would you wear in your garden? Bring your sun hat, bring your cooling towels, right? Bring your comfy tennis shoes, whatever shoes that you like to walk in. And so that way you have a great experience here throughout the day. Now, once we have all these breakout sessions and we're going to have other guests that are going to be with us. I know that we are going to have Greg from Power Planter is going to be coming. He is going to be doing a workshop for us. So you are in for a treat when you get to meet Greg. He is quite the personality that we absolutely love and adore. So he is going to go through and do like a Power Planter workshop for you. Plus, we are going to have multiple other vendors here that you get to talk with, that you get to learn from. Lots of great education is going to be involved in this signature experience. And then, y'all, I think probably my most favorite part of the day, maybe, I don't know. It was really fun. I can't say if it's the most favorite, probably was though, is that you get to come to our house and you get to take a beautiful tour, have a lovely meal at the house. So let's go talk about the end of the day, a beautiful, intimate garden experience at our house. After your fun-filled day here at Creekside, you're going to go back to your hotel or your house and you are going to have a couple of hours of some rest, relaxation, get a shower, get cleaned up, and then you're going to return back here and you're going to come to the house, right? So you're going to come in this way. You get to enter in to the patio through this area. We had so much fun last year. And what we will have is we're going to have a photographer here with us all day. And then as you're coming in to the garden party, we will stop for just a quick little second and we will have some photos together taken here underneath the rose arbor that will be in bloom at the end of June. That way you can have a commemorative photo with Jerry and I of the signature experience. So once you have your picture made, you're going to come on. You're going to make your way on through. When you come to the house that evening, Basically, nothing is off limits other than going in the house, but all the gardens are wide open for you. So you get to do a guided tour, self-guided tour of all the gardens here at the house. As you make your way through, we're gonna have an area here on the patio where you get to be served, have a cocktail hour. So we're going to have hors d'oeuvres, we're gonna have drinks, there will be some waiters that will be serving you. You get to mingle with your new friends that you met here at the Signature Experience. And it's going to be happening right around that late afternoon. We'll be going into the shade and it is going to be a lovely, cooler experience here. So we get to have lots of fun doing that. Then after a nice time in the gardens, we will then make our way over to the backyard underneath a glorious tent. Behind me, this is where we will have dinner. We have a lovely tent set up that is just a wonderful spot for us to gather for a delicious meal. Now, I know that it may be hard to imagine right now. Here we are in February and it is cold out here. Things are a little dreary. But y'all, at the end of June, you will not believe how much the landscape changes, how lush, how green. Imagine all the incredible hydrangeas behind me will be in full bloom. The double play doozy spireas are in bloom. All of the beds will be landscaped, full of flowers, tons and tons of color. When we go to have dinner, we are going to have a lovely catered dinner where you will be served a delicious 3-course meal. You will have a salad, an entree, dessert, lots of fun. We will gather. We have some fun, secretive giveaways to give you during that dinner hour. It's a little bit of a trivia. So when you come, you need to pay attention to some of the facts and some of the things that we are sharing with you, because that's going to be the way that you are going to win those prizes. And again, this is just at the end of the day. We've had a lovely day together, getting to know one another. We're going to be sitting around and mingling with folks that you have met literally from all over the country. Last year, our guests ranged from the absolute west coast of California, all the way to the east coast, all the way up to Canada, and all the way down to the deep south. So we had a beautiful representation of folks from all different kinds of growing zones, all different kinds of different backgrounds and interests. But the one thing that unites us all is our love for gardening and seeing beautiful things and experiencing beautiful gardens together. So we really are excited about this second annual Signature Experience, and we hope that you will be able to join us on Friday, June 20th. Not only do you get to spend the day with myself and Jerry, our amazing staff, everyone that is here, we're going to have folks from across the industry here. Some things that we're keeping a little secretive underneath our belt right now, but you're going to meet those folks. So you're going to meet those breeders, those growers, those folks who have that cutting edge technology to use in your garden, things that are very applicable to you in your garden, and just expanding your knowledge and your interest for gardening as a whole. It is going to be a lovely day. We cannot wait. If you would love to attend, we would love to have you. So you can head over to the website, gardeningscreekside.com. I'm going to put a link in the comments and in the video description. That's a direct link to the event page where you can actually sign up right there at on the website to attend. We have folks, y'all, we have couples that are coming. We have single folks who are coming. We have folks who are in their probably like mid to early 20s, all the way up to our more mature, experienced gardeners. So this is not just in one little dynamic. You're going to meet people across the board with wide interest, wide backgrounds, wide different views. But again, sharing that love of gardening and all things beautiful. We look forward to seeing you on Friday, June the 20th. It is going to be a Signature Experience day for all. As always, we look forward to seeing you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.